Well, what do we have here? Chat. Today, the NBA playoffs start. Well, actually, the playoff doesn't start until Saturday, but today is Tuesday, and the play-in starts with the Heat versus Hornets and the Blazers versus the Suns. But I wanted to take it back to the roots of Michael Jordan. And Jordan played under 200 playoff games, so I'm going to be watching all of them. I was going to just do 91 to 98, but why not watch some of the losses too? Because he still had great performances. Let's check it out, man. Michael Jordan first ever playoff game. Who was on this team? Mike. I don't even know who on this 85 team. Woolrich. I thought that was Sydney. That's what I was trying to figure out. Is that Sydney? Good defense. Chad, is that me? I don't think that's me. That's the video, right? I think that's the video. That's definitely the video. Mm. Yeah, this old school than the mug. Audio messing up. This definitely some old school. Oh, hey.
For Bucks points. 4-2 Milwaukee. First round playoff action. This is the first game. These teams split on the season. 3 apiece. Here's Michael Jordan into the paint. What a move. Puts it up.
Mm.
He put it off of the glass. Puts it in, and we're tied at 4. That was a major league shot.
Well, he put that up at the top of the line in that box. Driving shot. It's a tough one, is right.
Moncrief puts it down. Stutter stepping. He was fouled. Picked up the personal foul.
He picked him up on a switch to go through, and I think Corzine might have bumped him into him. But back to the line, Sidney Moncrief has got all 4 points for the Bucks. He made 2 free throws earlier when he was fouled by Corzine. He is going to be the man in motion. He will not be.
And still never did in his college days when he played for Eddie Sutton. And that's, of course, part of the reason why the fans love him so much. You know, this is a city with a very strong work ethic, like Chicago. There's so many parallels you can draw between Milwaukee and Chicago that are similar about the two towns. The way they are, they have a very strong ethnic population, both. Woolridge nearly stolen. Jordan got it back, penetrates.
And one, Mike.
He was
Hey.
high off of the glass. What a great recovery by Jordan, and the Bulls have their first lead.
Well, the Bucks miss a fast break on a steal. Everybody going one way. Michael Jordan picks it up and goes back in, lays it off the glass again. Alton Lister looks over his shoulder, watches it go through, picks the foul up. Michael Jordan tries for point number 5. The rookie is ready now. He missed his first 2 shots, Billy.
Rookie?
But now he is off and running. You get that first one down. That's all the confidence that Jordan needs, and he knows he'll be counted upon heavily to score.
Oh, this is his rookie season. Yep,
This is their
sure
first lead of the
is.
game. Moncrief spinning. Jordan on him. Tried to pass it off. To recover the blows ball and put it up and in. Moncrief has all 7 Milwaukee points. So we are tied once again. Matthews looking inside. Corzine is working very hard to get open. Flips the shot up. Wouldn't go down. Hodges comes flying out of there with it. He has Lister
He
on the left.
flying.
Hodges
Is
gets
that
to the
Craig
line.
Hodges?
Cressy.
That is
Oh,
Craig.
tried to put it up.
Man,
The
Craig
foul was really
flying.
against on Wes Matthews. He hit Hodges' heel as they came down, but Corzine draws foul number 2, firing down the lane. There's the Hodges pass off to the side to fake up. And into Dave Corzine. Corzine raised his hand and raised his voice to the official, but Cressy's at the line shooting 2, and the Bulls quickly in foul trouble
Here, the clock is stopped at 8:48 of the first quarter, and the tie is broken. Milwaukee now on top by a point at 8-7. Cressy, a good foul shooter, especially this year. That probably is the area of his game. Not many people talk about it, but he's made dramatic improvement in his foul shooting ability. Woolridge to the powerful right hand.
Nice.
It up and in. But he gets into that position, he's almost unstoppable.
That was beautiful, Bill, because they were pressured to full court, and they're looking for the outlet pass right at half court to Orlando. Let them go one-on-one.
Here's Cummings. Tied at 9. Cummings to his right, pulls up for the shot and hits it. Cummings to the baseline. He has his first 2. And if you think that's the only direction he can go, he has a great left-handed drive to go along with it. Bucks by a pair. Woolridge is high. Jordan down into the medium post to Greenwood. The fadeaway. Yes, on the board. All 4 of the 5 Bulls starters have scored now. Only Wes Matthews is without.
Why does taskbar right here? Move that. Dog. I don't know.
Some type of point production. Lister on a
That's
fadeaway.
weird. We gonna rock
Would
though.
like to get one more foul that time on Corzine before he gets out of there, but Lister, instead of leaning into the hoop, faded away and made it count.
2 points to the Milwaukee lead. Bulls on the attack. Milwaukee does like to go down early in the post, don't they? They like to get it in low early if they can and try to challenge, get Lister going. Matthews underneath. Missed off of the glass. Greenwood kept it alive. Matthews got it down. Credit David Greenwood with a good effort to tap that ball. All 5 Bulls starters have now scored. We're tied at 13, 7:20 remaining. First quarter. Hodges to Moncrief, a long one. Nope, not this time. Greenwood batted it out. And Wes Matthews lost the ball at half court. Milwaukee has it back. Juwan Oldham off of the Bulls bench, ready to come in. Nice move by Lister.
It could be coming as first as the foul.
I mean, I would have to reset my computer. I don't feel like doing that, bro. I really don't.
Juwan Oldham has come into the Bulls lineup at center, replacing Dave Corzine. So the Bulls do manage to get him out.
I don't know if y'all can see my taskbar or not, but if you can, then it won't be here next video. I don't know why my task, bro. That is weird, man. That's weird. I'm gonna stop this video and see if y'all can see it. If y'all can't see it, cool. But if y'all can, then it's like, bruh. We just gonna let it rock. It's alright.
By the name of
Y'all can't see it, but the screen is more cropped than what it should be. But it's alright, bruh. I don't even have the best setup in the world. So, like, my videos is gonna improve over time and stuff like that. We'll be fine.
Well, jumps right in. Tries to
Dang.
Gets a forearm from Lister. His second foul. When we come back, he'll be shooting a pair.
That was personal.
we have gated
Well, shooting to 2.
common foul inbounds. Paul McKeskey has come into the Milwaukee lineup, so that gives a little extra beef situation. That's the shooting to the moment. The Bulls have been, well, both teams pretty hot. The Bulls have had far more opportunities, and Greenwood kicks it up another notch. Make that 7 for 12 now as Greenwood knocks it down. Got a nice feed inside from Orlando Woolridge and put it home. Paul McKeskey, who just came into the lineup for Milwaukee. Kicks it in the paint. Cressy overthrew Moncrief. They had a good ideal there, but the timing was off. Moncrief was late getting to the spot. And
Yeah,
Cressy
that was a good
overlapped.
idea for sure.
Out of bounds. We're tied at 15. Chicago going to break that tie as Jordan brings it into the forecourt. Moncrief is on him here. Now they double Greenwood. You see Hodges slid all the way over from the post position. Matthews loaded Jordan. Nearly got that down. Cressy, feet ahead. Moncrief on the breakout all the way.
Dang, Moncrief is gone.
He has 9 first quarter points. Super Sid, they call him up here. Got a picture of him on the media guide where he has a Superman outfit. And he's taking off his shirt, and there's the red S on his chest and
Swing.
everything to go with it. Matthews for 3.
Ah, gotta make them.
Cressy, the Bucks by 2. Cummings on the breakout.
Jordan teammates suck.
One man. They know that Michael might go to the boards, and Moncrief has twice been open, and that time.
No disrespect.
Largest Milwaukee lead of 4 points.
Bruh.
5 remaining first quarter of play. Well, this team can really punish you if you miss your shots. Matthews driving all the way in. Contact.
Hey, there you go.
Matthews got in there and bounced off of McKeskey like a tennis ball bouncing off of a hard wall.
A little bit close to leaning off with the right hand here. Now,
Hey. Yeah.
Catches the iron. You see Hugh Hollins wait for it to fall through, and now little West gets 3 on the play.
I like that.
Matthews, who started slowly, has 5 first quarter points.
Where's Matthews? Is this Wesley Matthews' pops?
Hodges throws it over the sideline as the Bucks turn it over once again, and the Bulls have it back.
Watch the Bulls. They're going to go right away. Hodges will go right to the man that has the ball. If it goes into the corner, they double team right away. Watch him. 1 second. He's looking. He's looking. There he is. He's cheating. There he is now on him.
Matthews is open. Kicked it over to Greenwood. The pump fake comes up shooting. No, but the
Yes.
by Juwan Oldham got in there deep and put it in. And the Bulls retake the lead at 20-19. We've had a seesaw first quarter. Hodges gets it across. Moncrief. Here's Cressy driving. Moncrief will shoot a long way. Front rimmed on it. Cressy got the rebound. He'll try. Cressy, who delivers that shot with that arm extended way out. He hardly brings the ball back.
That's a good
Throws it
shot
back
too.
to his body. That's how he can shoot among bigger men. Haynes wanted traveling there on Matthews. Double teaming Jordan. There's Hodges coming over. You mentioned it earlier, Randy.
And they doubling Michael.
Somebody's got to move. You can't stand still with this guy.
5 seconds to shoot. Matthews will fire.
Oh my lord.
Slams it home.
Good board, man.
6 points. David Greenwood has risen to the challenge. He's probably heard all he wants to hear about Terry Cummings. And maybe that's his solution tonight. Here's Cummings. Greenwood will guard him. Moncrief, the screen down. Now they got a mismatch. Woolridge has picked up Cummings, but they can't get the ball into him because Woolridge is playing in front of him. Cressy. Nope. Battle for it. Greenwood goes to the floor. They'll jump it up.
That's something we didn't see too much of during the season. The Bulls down are getting floor burns, and that time David couldn't quite grab a hold of it. At one of those shots that hit the front rim, Cressy comes up short on it, and boy, it's hard to rebound when they hit that. David goes right down as I'm going to come up with a jump at the worst out of this, and now off the bench, we're going to be waving in another player here. Is that Pierce coming in?
Ricky Pierce, the former standout at Rice. Quentin Daly has come in for the Bulls. That probably is what brought that move about from the Milwaukee bench. Daly came in during the dead ball.
Yeah, they want somebody a little more physical on Daly, I believe.
Bulls have a 5-inch height advantage on this jump. Moncrief 6'4", Greenwood 6'9". The tip. Cressy got inside position. It was tipped out of bounds. Juwan Oldham hit it last. So it'll be given out of bounds to the Milwaukee Bucks. Well, the Bulls are getting inside. Boy, that's great news to see that as far as Chicago fans are concerned.
You know, he scored 5 more points from other areas.
Yeah, indeed. So Ricky Pierce in the lineup now. Here's Cummings to the baseline. Boy, he is deadly. Terry Cummings has 6 points in the first quarter. And Milwaukee on top by a point. 3:20 remaining in the first. Bill Hazen and Johnny Kerr with ratings here on Sports Vision. Not only happy to welcome our regular viewers, but a lot of first-time viewers on new systems around the Midwest that are joining us. We're happy to have you with us tonight. Jordan pulls up off of the glass.
Ooh, wow.
My
Tough.
goodness. he doing? Cummings, they try to double him.
Mike out there by himself.
Bulls will use that double teaming pressure. They will. We expect to see a lot of trapping, a lot of double teaming on the ball. Pressey leaning in. Nope. They bang it around. Bulls came out. Pressey stole the out.
Good pass.
Moncrief. He got fouled by Greenwood.
What a great pass. Pressey was there again. The man that everybody worried about. They talk about Cummings. They talk about Moncrief. Pressey gets the rebound and was able to flip it. David couldn't quite get it out. It's stolen here, dropped behind him. Beautiful pass to Moncrief. He goes up, hangs with David, tries to draw the body foul, does, and a timeout.
2:40 remaining first quarter. Chicago is one in this game. So you may want to ticket drops. And don't forget at 7.
Hard to do when the son sleeps. She did his laundry and sent him back out to get to work. So you need tickets, call Joe or Ticketron to get him down to box office.
Oh, I would say he has a... I'll tell you one thing about Joe O'Neill. You can always tell when a mother has done his laundry, too. You can tell when she hasn't done his laundry.
Right. The bachelor smells good.
Greg Hodges is the only starter who's not scored for Milwaukee. Jordan across the timeline against pressure. In the
Good
paint.
pass,
Nice
Mike.
drop off. Greenwood thought about it. He'll take it. Didn't get
Oh,
it.
good
Look
board.
at Woolridge go up. Foul traveling as he went for the pump fake. And Kevin Locker, he's not happy about that along the Bulls bench, claiming that the fake was good and there was no traveling.
Yeah, this Bulls team, bro, I could see the difference between them and the version with Scotty and everybody else, bro, because, yeah, this team looks ugly, y'all.
Bulls' largest lead has been 2. Long one by Pierce. Oh, look out if he gets going. Ricky Pierce has been very tough.
It's like Mike is their only hope for them to win, bruh. And then Mike getting double half the time anyway.
His normal average on the year is about under 10 points a game. Against the Bulls, he's averaging 15. Woolridge missed on the shot. McKeskey kicks it out. Here come the Bucks again. Moncrief.
Bucks playing great paint
Pressey
defense,
looks.
though.
McKeskey's the trailer and passes off immediately to Moncrief. Driving.
Oh. Okay, Sid.
Moncrief just threw his body in there. That time he caught an elbow in the chest, knocked the wind out of him, but he was able to make it. He's got 13.
Largest lead of the game for the Bucks at 5. Here's Quentin Daly for the Bulls. He has yet to take a shot. And it looks like he's setting up to take one right now. Up she goes. Nope. Moncrief got the rebound. Woolridge was there, but didn't have the good position. Couldn't get inside. Pressey penetrating. Runs into Jordan. Offensive foul. For Milwaukee to shoot the bonus at 2:40.
They're going to clear the side out for Michael Jordan now. One-on-one. And
Easy.
He do it.
Boy,
I'll
he
say
fast.
9 first quarter points for Jordan. That was the first foul of the last 2 minutes, by the way, against Milwaukee. So the Bucks don't have any more to give. Here's Moncrief. 55 seconds remaining. Moncrief penetrating. Oh,
He cooking.
what a shot by Moncrief. He is doing it all. 15 first quarter points. I don't know how in the world you stop that. Here's Jordan now. He drives, kicks it off. Daly wide open.
Good shot. And
Daly with his first 2.
Sidney haven't shot a single 3 yet either.
I'm really going after him. And it's up to Q to get himself in shooting range.
That
And
Bulls
he did
paint
precisely
sweet.
that. Bulls
That
pressure.
paint.
Here is Pierce driving, puts it up. No. Oh, ball came loose in there. Bulls came out with it. Woolridge, 25 seconds left. Woolridge driving, pulls up, shoots and hits. Orlando with 4 first quarter points. And now Milwaukee with the shot clock turned off. 20 seconds remaining for the quarter. The Bucks will go for the last shot, leading by a point. This has been a very high scoring first quarter. The Bucks are the top defensive team in the league. 33 times they've held their opponents below 100 points. Pierce driving. Woolridge on him, leans in, shoots it over. 1 second left as the Bulls got with the end runner by Super Sidney. Part of the 15-point production he had in the first quarter. Steve Johnson in for the Bulls as Jordan goes to the hoop. No, Steve with a tip, didn't go down.
Yeah,
Steve
they
Johnson
definitely
playing with
might.
a broken thumb tonight. Here's Moncrief. Pierce rather. Pressey with it. He's covered by Greenwood now. McKeskey, a long one. Didn't go down. Juwan Oldham has the rebound and kicks it out. So Steve Johnson has come in for the Bulls. He has played well against Milwaukee in previous meetings. He's proven to be a very difficult problem. Jordan on the baseline.
He gets bumped. And Jordan Smart first foul on Sidney Mike.
Well, Super Sid against Super Rookie right here. Seeing a great match. Tied at 31.
It's
Jordan missing
rookie
the second
Jordan,
one,
man.
and
That's
the Calgary
crazy.
will remain tied at 31. We're just underway, second quarter of play in the first minute. As Pressey will dribble it across. Quentin Daly is on him. Now Pressey, Steve Johnson is locked up on Pressey the way they have it. Now he drops back. The Bulls are switching their defensive men here, depending upon the positions on the floor. Moncrief threw up a one-hander. Bulls battle for the rebound, and
Through the middle, now he's just sailing right to the hoop, free and easy. The foul's going to be on the Bulls. They got to stay and take position.
Moncrief with the inbound to Lister. Jawan Oldham bodies him. Pierce drops it off to Pressey. Fresh 24 on the shot clock. In the paint, Lister with a one-handed hook shot. Nearly hung up, and McKeskey just banging it around up there. Leaned his shoulder in and managed to get it down. And McKeskey breaks the tie.
That paint
I was
sweet,
worried
man.
about before the game started. He was the guy that I really thought could do damage to us coming off the bench.
Yes, I see in your notes you made a special check mark on him. Illegal defense call. Warren Nelson off of the Bulls where the coach was not off of the bench.
That's true.
In the forecourt, here's Daly. Fed low to Steve Johnson on the block. Daly gets it. There's that inside-out play we see quite often, and Daly took a quick step to the hoop and knocked it down. Daly has 4.
Good shot.
Quentin Daly, we've talked about the guys who could be keys to this series, guys like Dave Corsi. Quentin Daly gives the Bulls a very special look and does special things that really Milwaukee does not have a sixth man who can do the kind of things that Quentin can do. Moncrief, blocked, foul!
Yeah, they fouled the mess out of him.
Now you see Sidney Moncrief aching and paining a little bit. Good pass by Pressey. Waits to find the man cutting, and again, not standing still, going to the hoop.
Sydney going to that lane.
He can really do it, and he went over the 8,000 point mark. He is right among the all shooters here through the years.
Yeah, he got hit that time. He's taking it very slow to get back. You know, another thing that's strange, too, is that David Greenwood present still in the lineup. He has played extremely well. David has been relegated to the bench after the first quarter, but he has played a strong first quarter, and right now is still going strong.
Yeah, so that means Orlando Woolridge is on the bench right now. Talking with...
They're going with 2 power forwards now. See that?
Yeah, maybe dictated by McKeskey being in the lineup. Steve Johnson low, goes to the hook shot, hit the front rim, ball knocked out, and Moncrief has it. The Bucks lead by 2. Moncrief nearly stolen by Jordan. That ball was just lobbed tantalizingly over his fingers. Now, what do we have? Foul? Is this an illegal defense also? Oh, foul away from the ball, apparently.
Foul on 33, Jawan Oldham.
Gave it to Jawan Oldham. It was away from the ball. That's 2 quick ones on him. Second team foul. Orlando Woolridge in, and now Greenwood to the bench.
Now they go back to the small forward. They were using David Greenwood as the small forward, but it was 2 power forwards really in the game.
Yeah.
To neutralize McKeskey, who's done a great job. Now McKeskey and Lister are the big people in there.
It is the Bucks by 2. McKeskey gets the ball on the release. Pierce, a long one, just inside the 3-point line, and hits it.
And his grill.
That guy has been incredibly strong, especially since the All-Star break. He had a very rough first half here and has played very well since the break. Here's Jordan. 4-point lead for Milwaukee. Woolridge low. Goes into the paint. Heavy traffic. McKeskey tried to knock it out. Ball knocked away. And a foul on Quentin Daly as he knocked the ball away at the free throw line. Bulls again. And for the second straight quarter, the Bulls are digging themselves a hole in the foul category here, right?
They are, and you can't let this team creep away. Now 4 points is a pretty good-sized lead for them. You can't let them sneak out there.
3 minutes old here in the second quarter. Alden Lister, the Bucks on top by 4 with the ball. Here's Pierce to McKeskey. Nearly travel with it. Moncrief. Long one. And he looked up at that shot.
He on fire, bro.
Down and shot it with 4 seconds. Moncrief with an incredible 19-point first half. His career high is 43, which he got against Denver. Here's Daly penetrating. He was hit right in the Denver.
Daly makes a swivel move here, comes down into the area to try to get the shot off. And now Moncrief, listen to the hand. Sidney Moncrief gets as he leaves the game. Craig Hodges replaces him.
Milwaukee by 6. Don Nelson has decided to give his Superman a little breather.
That's because Michael Jordan hit the Pines also.
Yeah. Matthews out front. Matthews and Daly in the Bulls backcourt. Oldham on the wing. And an illegal defense. not keeping up with their men.
And Oldham cannot shoot from the outside, or are not good shooters from the outside facing the basket. That'll put some pressure on Orlando Woolridge and Quentin Daly to do the scoring.
Also, McKeskey moves into the pivot now as Lister goes to the bench. McKeskey in the middle, and that has Pressey and Cummings up front. Steve Johnson, the hook shot. Got it from the baseline. Steve Johnson puts it down for the Bulls. His first 2 points of the night. Cuts it to 4 at 39-35. Milwaukee. Cummings driving. Reversed it. Missed the shot. Got his own rebound. Missed that one. And Oldham pulls down the rebound for Chicago. They can cut it to 2 with a basket. Milwaukee on top. 7:52 remaining. Second quarter play. At the half, Red is going to be visiting with Kevin Lockery, the head coach of the Bulls, talking about this season in perspective. Low feed to Johnson. Kicks it out. Matthews. He'll shoot it. Back rim on it. Woolridge tried for the rebound. Pressey kicks it out. Hodges will shoot. They get her up the floor in a hurry. Greg Hodges finally on the board with his first 2, and Milwaukee's lead at 6 again. Matthews in the forecourt. Hodges guards him from afar. They put extra pressure on Johnson that way. Hodges just sagged right down. Daly bails
Good
out.
pass.
Oldham leans in and fires and puts it in.
They're getting Matthews with the open shot, but he doesn't want to take it right at the top of the key. That's the one they want to get for Quentin Daly.
Yep. Pressey. And from the baseline, Pressey knocks it down. And the fans respond. Probably the fan favorite here in Milwaukee, Paul McKeskey. Everything he does, these fans love. Matthews. Near wing to Woolridge.
I think Mike coming back
Daly.
here too.
Looking inside, Steve Johnson. Driving in strong, and you can't deny him from there, but he missed the shot. Pressey got the rebound. Up the floor come the Bucks.
Ooh!
You're right about that. There certainly was nobody there. Pressey with 6. And the Bulls have on the floor.
The four times they played him.
For
A little short.
shooting. Don't give you anything easy. Here's Jordan into the paint. He'll try to bail out.
Oh,
Woolridge
Mike
is
be
there.
throwing the dimes low
Got it
key.
back. No, Juwan Oldham hit the side of the rim with the ball. He couldn't get it up over the top of the rim, and it was knocked out of bounds. That was one of those deals where you just try to push it up there, and it hit the side of the rim and wouldn't go over.
Michael makes a
Man,
drive.
he
Gets
is
caught up and
unguardable.
tries to hit Orlando underneath. A lot of traffic reaching for the ball. And before the ball came
Man,
in,
Mike is unguardable when you think about it. He did all that and he passed. And he could pass too. That's what makes him so different.
So the ball goes over.
He could do everything plus pass.
30 for Terry Cummings. Yeah, I saw Juwan shaking his head, but he walked all the way down and accepted it. It should only be 2. That was Cummings, and if it's in before, well, the ball was inbounds because they're giving it to him on the side.
All right, so that will be the
Yeah, a lot of
foul
people
against
can't
Milwaukee
pass
here,
though.
and on Cummings, that is his first. Bulls have it back. They trail by 8. Very much need a basket here. They don't want to get
At the NBA level.
any further behind the necessary. Jordan kicks it over to Daly. 10 to shoot. Shot was blocked in the air. Boy, did Pressey get up on him. Here comes Milwaukee. Here's Moncrief. Look out. He traveled. He traveled with it. Could have taken it all the way to the hoop. Tried to pass off, and in the process he won.
One of the few turnovers they've had. Right back in the lineup comes David Greenwood, who's played well. They're not going to let him get in, though. Corzine up off the bench with him. The Bulls having a tough time offensively. And Mokeski is leaning on Steve Johnson, really pushing him out.
In the forecourt, here's Daly. Bails out on the shot. He was going to take it. Now here's Woolridge in there. The ball got hung up around rim level.
Close.
And a foul on the rebound. Juwan Oldham trying to knock the ball loose is called for his third. 4th team.
Orlando Woolridge tries to get control of it, rolls underneath. The ball goes up over the top, and Juwan comes in and clouts right in the back of the head on Mokeski. And Elton Lister comes in. Listen to the hand now for Mokeski as he leads.
He's done it again.
Yes, sir.
That guy goes in the Bull Killer Hall of Fame. Paul McKeskey. And I'll tell you what, the way Pierce plays against the Bulls, he may earn entry too. Here's Cummings. Got Greenwood up. Cummings has 8. First 2 points of the second quarter, Milwaukee by 10. Look out now here. Here's Jordan. Wonder if he'll just try to isolate and get one himself. And they double team him. He has to throw it across. They're forcing him to get rid of the ball, and he's never getting it back. Greenwood shooting. Jordan goes downstairs for the basket.
Good hustle, Mike.
He had to go to the board and get it himself. They're double teaming, triple teaming the rookie. He's done an outstanding job, and what a command of attention here. Greenwood from the side. Watch Michael soar over the top, control himself, get up in the air. Lister went to the sky for it. The basket is good. Yes, they're arguing that now.
It counts. The foul went to Paul Pressey. That is his second. Team's fourth, and now Jordan will try to convert the three-point play.
Mike different, bro.
13 first half points. He has been, as usual, magnificent, and the Bulls cut it to 7. That was a basket they very much needed here, Johnny.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Moncrief. Bulls trying to double team. Look out on the backdoor lob. There was a foul. Orlando Woolridge tried for the steal and caught Lister on the arm. Woolridge with his second, and the bonus light goes on at 4:45.
They're going to give him 2 anyway. They figure he was in a shooting situation. Orlando spotted it, and he tried to come across the deterrent. There's a pass from Pressey, another angle, and Orlando was there, picks up the foul.
Alden Lister ranks among the league's top 10 in block shots.
Oh, no, what happened? Bruh, my video, what happened?
Bonus light goes on at 4:45.
They're going to give him 2 anyway. They figure he was in a shooting situation. Orlando spotted it, and he tried to come across the deterrent. There's a pass from Pressey. Another angle, and Orlando was there, picks up the foul.
Alden Lister ranks among the league's top 10 in block shots. He's not as consistent as perhaps he would like. He has improved it steadily. He's gotten better and better and better. And he's grown into the role. He had to play forward here, last year. And that was difficult for him. He likes playing down in the post.
Make sure y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy. Hit that subscribe button. Damn, he just shot that. We are on the road to 10,000 subscribers. Then we got to hit 20K. Then we got to hit 30, 40, 50. I want 1 million subscribers. Is that asking for too much? I don't think it is. This community can grow. A lot of people need to know how good the old school players were. And stop listening to ESPN.
Didn't he? And Corzine had the rebound. It was tipped out of bounds, and it goes back to Chicago. Lister really made a strong power move to the hoop there.
Surprising, the Bulls, every time they've held an opponent under 100 points, they've won 15 out of 15.
Great job. Jordan driving, kicks it out.
Dimes.
Oh, boy. Hung around up there, wouldn't go
Boys
down.
can't make nothing, bro. Mike is throwing straight dimes.
He can increase it to 8 if he scores. Offensive foul coming as he ran right over the top of David Greenwood, who stood in there and took the charge. Cummings with his second.
This team did miss like 5 open dimes by Mike. Mike just keep throwing them dimes. Dime, 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 dime. Mike got to do all the work. The boy, I feel bad for Mike right here. Because he young.
The turnover situation, as you saw it, tipped around.
And the fact that he even broke through this defense.
What makes the series so challenging?
I got the keyboard. Y'all know what time. Y'all know what time it is. Hold on. Let's go back. Because the fact he even broke that down. Ah. Okay, boom. Look at that. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Bruh. Nah, he's insane.
Bulls have doubled the Milwaukee numbers in turnovers. Pressey up the floor. Cummings. He has a 10-point first half going, and team that with 19 from Sidney Moncrief, and the Bucks are on a roll. They've hit the half-century mark, leading by 8. It's been a tough offensive quarter for the Bulls. They've scored only, 12 points. Daly knocks it down. Quentin Daly with 8.
Both teams have slowed the pace. 31 and 30 they scored in that first quarter.
Here's Pierce. Woolridge got out on him and he shot it over him. Man, oh man. You'd swear he could not do that consistently game in and game out. But against the Bulls, he does. Here's Jordan. He blows.
Ooh!
It down. But against the Bulls, he does. He blows.
Hey!
The Bulls, he does.
Oh, y'all know what time it is. My boy Mike, he got up there. Huh, huh. Oh, bruh, this dude is the GOAT. It's like he got Game Breaker activated. But that's just who he is.
Michael Jordan showed what he was made of right there, and Cummings didn't even want any part of that. He backed out too. Cressy. Pierce again. Greenwood got up on him this time, and he missed the shot. Moncrief got the rebound.
Moncrief is hooping.
Well, you stop one guy, and the other guy goes to work.
Of course, he's got to either block out or go get that ball, and he
He
got
hooping.
caught in the middle twice.
8 points
Ooh.
lead. Here's Jordan again.
Look at them doubling, Mike.
Double team, kicks it across. Quentin Daly will shoot it. Hung up there, top of the rim. Corzine got it for the hoop. And Moncrief had broken to the other end of the floor. The ball hung up there. And that really gave Milwaukee they paid that time for the early breakout. 2 minutes left in the quarter. And you pointed that out, Red. I hadn't seen Moncrief break the other way, but you caught him.
When Quentin took that shot, he just broke on down.
Yeah. That time I paid for it. Moncrief. He was hit in the paint. And let's see, Woolridge complaining, saying, hey, I didn't get him. Now Mike Mathis went over for a quick word. They're going to confer here. They gave it to Woolridge.
He's still going to go to the line because that's
out here with a minute 41. The full having that here from Calqc coming at relatively seesaw first quarter of play. The Bucks got a lead, which they increased up to 10, and the Bulls are trying to cut it down ever since. Randy.
I see somebody say, man, you should listen to the commentary. You know, sometimes they be dropping gems or whatnot. I understand that, but for the most part, bro, I've watched basketball my whole life. Commentary, 99.9% of the time, they're not talking about nothing special, and they just crack way too many jokes that I do not feel like hearing, bro. And I get irritated just by hearing them, bro. People might get irritated by me talking too much, so I get it, bro. But I just can't do the commentary and it ain't no game going on.
And of course, it always helps to have talent to match up with, and this team has it. A lot of people sold their talent short, I think, a little bit at the beginning of the year. And Sidney Green in for the Bulls, seeing his first playoff action. So El Cid is in the Bulls lineup. So they have Green, Corzine, and Greenwood up front. Here's Jordan penetrating, kicks it. Daly, open in the corner, tried to penetrate, fires, and hits anyway. He's almost better sometimes, I think, shooting in traffic like that, where he can arch that ball way up there. Oh. So Sidney Green coming off of the Bulls bench. We have a 56-50 game, just barely over a minute remaining.
Sidney Green now is going to take Moncrief for a second here.
Yeah, that ought to be interesting. They double team. Davis wide open.
Does anybody come off that bench cold, Bill?
Oh, and drills it. No doubt about it. Came right off of the bench, had the opportunity shot, and made it. 54 seconds remaining here in the half. First half of play. Jordan. He is covered by Ricky Pierce. Tried to drive by him. We had contact. Pierce will get the foul. Pierce has a real tough assignment. Pierce has his second, and that puts the bonus light on. 45 seconds comes into the Bulls lineup.
All right, Michael just ducks down, tries to turn the corner. Pierce denies him that, but Michael ends up in the free throw line. Is now Caldwell Jones in for. Will go a long time in that second half. They're trying to keep him out of foul trouble also. There's a chance to cut it down one more. He's got 16 in the first half.
Led the Bulls in just about every statistical category, including foul shooting, this young man. 17 points for him in the first half. He certainly has had no rookie jitters here in the playoffs. Moncrief dribbles into a double team. to Pierce. Tries
Man,
to
Mike,
throw it over.
Mike's
This is
so
blocked by
cold.
Jordan, but Brewer recovered it. And they didn't reset the clock. They didn't reset the clock on the baseline. Davis fires and misses, and Greenwood got the rebound. Bulls may have gotten a little break there. 1 second difference between the clocks now. The Bulls will hold it. And let's see if they take a 20. They will take a 20. Kevin Locker, he wanted a 20.
I ain't gonna lie, Mike's so cold. He don't even look like no rookie out there. Like you could tell it's rookie him, but just the way he playing, man, he look like he been
Bulls
playing
have 14
forever.
seconds to work with on the shot clock. And CJ hands it off.
You want to see a crowd in a minute? Watch this. There's one.
There's Hodges.
There's two.
There's Jordan.
There's three.
Pulls up. Fadeaway shot.
Ooh!
He hit it anyway. He has 19 first half point. 3 seconds. 2 seconds. A long one by Hodges. And
Wow,
over.
bruh.
And the Bulls have closed it to a 4-point deficit at the half on a baseline shot by Michael Jordan in very, very heavy traffic. Oh, man, the Bulls made a strong run to get back in this thing and sitting with Mecca between Houston and Utah. Their series gets
Mike
underway
different,
along
man.
with ours tonight, and we understand Utah now in the third quarter has an 8-point lead, 65-57. How about that? As they lead the Houston Rockets. And Utah has the kind of front line. They can give Houston a lot of trouble. That shouldn't surprise too many people. Woolridge kicks it across. Matthews the open man. This time he gets it down. Little Wes has 7 points. And the Bulls are right back within 2 here. As we get underway, third quarter of play.
Bill, the Bulls only had 3 turnovers in that first half, and boy, they'll have to play the Villanova against Georgetown type game.
We saw a push off there by Lister, Ed, as you were mentioning that. Go back to your thought. Lister picked up his third. And no team foul on that. Here's the story on the statistics quickly. Bucks shot very well. The Bulls below their season average. Rebounding. Back. You were in a thought there.
I said they only turned the ball over. The Bulls only turned the ball over 3 times in the first half. They're going to have to play that perfect Villanova against the Georgetown type game to win this first one here.
Here's Moncrief. Woolridge is on him. Lister rolled down now. That moved Corzine out. They switched off. Cummings with Greenwood on him. Driving to the right. Came up underneath. Missed the shot. And Corzine got the rebound. Kicks it out. Bulls are bringing across. Jordan in the forecourt. Bulls can tie it with a hoop. Moncrief grudgingly giving ground. Jordan spins. Kicks it over. Matthews is open. He'll shoot it again. And hits it again.
Nice.
I'll tell you what, if Wes Matthews runs down 3 or 4 of those, that could change the total complexion of this game.
Oh, boy.
If he gets 3 or 4 of those, then it's back to the drawing board for Milwaukee. Pressey with a miss. Lister, they fight for the rebound. A jump ball.
Had the ball over this early.
At 6'11", Big Dave has the height advantage and a 7-inch height advantage at that. But Moncrief is a great leaper. Corzine got the tip. We have a breakout. Woolridge driving toward the hoop. They have run off a 6-point streak right out of the box.
Yeah, they hooping now.
Possibly absent on that scores card when you gave the high scorers. Bill so far, but he's in it now.
He has half a dozen. Cummings over to Hodges. He fires and knocks it down to tie the score. Hodges has 4.
You can't leave Craig
only
open.
6 seconds on the shot clock. So we're tied again at 62 minutes old. Third quarter of play. Here's Matthews spinning, driving all the way. Ball tipped away. Greenwood got it. Loaded Jordan. Heavy traffic.
Dimes.
Go up with it. The ball came loose. He tried to go up with it and it was knocked out of bounds.
Oh, they knocked it. Looked like Mike passed it.
Bring it up for the shot, and here it just gets tapped out of bounds. Bulls put it in play.
Bucks playing
7
good defense.
seconds to shoot. Jordan gets it. Tries to go up again. It's knocked out.
I ain't gonna lie, they playing good
No foul
defense.
call. Moncrief on the breakaway. 25 points. 4 times they knocked the ball away at belt level and not a foul called. 62-60. Milwaukee by a pair. They finally got that breakout. Now they double team Jordan. Here's Woolridge. Oh, and going down hard in the paint was Lister. And he has Oldham gets off of the bench, ready to come in. No team foul on that. Neither team with a team foul. We've had 3 fouls in the quarter, all offensive fouls. Moncrief fires and hits. 27 points.
Dang, 27 said.
To get a foul on Bulls surge as they came from behind here to
One disadvantage, a little extra jaw. And the Bucks with that relentless defensive pressure. They've held 33 opponents below 100 points. Greenwood Jordan, 12 seconds remaining for the quarter, or on the shot clock rather. Woolridge will shoot it. Didn't go down. Oldham tried to bang it against the glass. Cressy came out of there with it. Here's Cummings. Kicks it off. Moncrief on the run. Oh, what a nice move. Passed it off. Cummings for the layup.
Terry hooping.
Moncrief was going one way, stopped and went the other way. Few players could stop their momentum like Moncrief just did. So the Bulls started with a 6-point run. Now Milwaukee is countered with 8 of their own. Greenwood goes to Woolridge. 9 to shoot. Woolridge, a power move. No, it was jammed in. Wipe it off. Offensive goaltending as Juwan Oldham stuck his hand in the cylinder trying to bang the ball down. Bucks by 6. And Milwaukee will bring it up the floor. Pressey will walk it into the forward court. Passes off to Hodges. Now Pressey brings it across. The lob for McKeskey.
How you missed that, bro?
Passes off to Hodges. Now Pressey brings it across. The lob for McKeskey. You can see that McKeskey doesn't do that very often. You just saw why. Matthews, the ball hit his foot. Hodges bothered him, and it was pressure that Milwaukee.
Like the non-predictors.
How you missed that? That's crazy.
They really do. Hodges, he'll fire. This time he misses. Woolridge got the rebound, and the Bulls can close at the 4. You know, Milwaukee has had as much as a 10-point lead, but has not been able to get the Bulls on the ropes. Bulls have hung in there tough. Here's Woolridge. Cummings is on him. They're looking inside. Jordan posted up low. Shot it over. Greenwood got the rebound, and down he went, and McKeskey falls over the top of and
Venom from a first
and grab the ball out. You won't see too many alley-oops. We saw what happened when they tried an alley-oop play with him, but boy, he really lets you know that he's around. He just bangs away and works hard. Woolridge on the baseline, shoots it. Didn't get it. McKeskey got the rebound, stripped away. Jordan got the ball right back. The Bulls with a fresh 24. And now Jordan trying to drive. Foul. Jordan went
Dang.
He's hurt. He's hurt. The fans are booing, and Jordan is hurt.
Jordan went down hard. Paul Pressey went down hard with him, and Don Nelson did an Indian dance over there on the sidelines. He couldn't believe it. Here's the move. Pressey spreads out now. He's trying to slip a little bit of a screen here. Michael puts the shoulder down, tries to drive, and they call it a block. And Nelson is really irate on it. Michael has gotten up.
He's favoring the left leg. Matthews with the inbounds pass thrown away, knocked over the sideline, out of bounds. And these fans are roaring on every play now. I'm sure you can hear it. 7:03 remaining in the third. It is the Bucks by 6. Bulls put it in, 21 to shoot. Boy, it's great to see this rivalry reestablished in pro basketball between these two teams on opposite ends of I-94.
They still doubling Mike. They not gonna never stop doubling Mike. That's just what it is.
It was a beautiful fake, but somebody was in the lane too long. Might have been the Bucks 66 in the Bulls. 6 here. Or they soccer in Cleveland. For the playoffs and try to by winning the MIS after the conclusion.
That's just the way it is.
66-60, Milwaukee leads.
Things will never be the same.
Tried to drive to the hoop, and a 3-second was called. So Bulls have to get their act together on offense now.
That's just the way it is.
On Wisconsin as the Bucks come into the forecourt. Very familiar strain up in this neck of the woods. Hodges. Here's Pressey. Boy, you have to get on him. Here's McKeskey. Shoots it. Didn't go down. Greenwood got the rebound. Juwan Oldham did a nice job getting up on McKeskey and bothering him on the shot. 6.5 minutes left in the third. The Bulls still been hanging right in there. Navigating through some tough water, but they're hanging in. Here's Woolridge. Listen to those players yell, talking defensively. Juwan Oldham low. Goes up for the shot.
Ooh,
off of the glass.
nice shot.
Juwan Oldham has 6. Nice job. They got it in there low where he could operate.
They forget about him, and he gets the ball down low. He's 7-footer. He can put it up.
I'll say. He can put it up, and he can put it down. There's Pressey. Yes. Oh, Pressey has 8. What a difference a year makes. And Pressey has certainly shown that. 6-point Milwaukee lead. Matthews. 5:45 left in the third. Greenwood. They sag off of him. Pressey Pressey is covering Greenwood right now. There should be some places where the Bulls can do some business if they can get it inside. Here's Jordan going over Moncrief. Missed it. And Cummings rips that rebound off of there. Pressey brings it up. Calqc on the wing. Pressey all the way again. Reverse
Man, I was about to say
forced him to change the shot.
that was gonna be tough.
Matthews comes out of there with it as Pressey went down. Jawan driving strong. Offensive foul on Jawan.
Stop you get in your Corzine with 4.
Milwaukee. Now Pierce, I guess. Pierce, I see in the lineup now. Now Daly battling with Moncrief down low. Daly trying to hold his position. Here's Cummings. Look out. He went
Hey, okay, Terry.
How many is in how many steps? Is that what you mean, Red?
Yeah, sometimes they get caught up watching the game, too.
14 points, Cummings. And it's an 8-point Milwaukee lead. Look, they got Jordan posted low if they can get it to him, but boy, Moncrief is so sticky defensively, it's hard. Here's Daly in the baseline. He'll take the shot. Hit it! There was a foul under there. Basket counts. Quentin Daly gets the hoop, and we'll wait and see what this is about now.
They got the high top ones on. They hoop. Wait, I know he ain't hooping. What? He hooping in high top ones. Wow.
Foul called.
And I ain't talking Jordan. I'm talking about the teammates.
Calqc took a pretty tough ball there. Wanted a foul, didn't get it.
As Juwan did not exactly help him up.
Dumb.
But that's the forced foul on Paul Pressey, and we saw Calqc really hit
Ain't
the
them,
deck.
Chad, ain't them shoes uncomfortable? I had some high top forces, bro. Them uncomfortable, bro.
Yeah, that's what they need on that other side. When Michael gets double teamed, that's the offense that they need. Yeah, Pugh has been giving it to him. 13 points in a game now.
Yeah, they have another good shooter, so when they sag on Jordan, that's a lot of opportunity shots for somebody. Here's Calqc.
I ain't gonna lie, and y'all used to hoop in anything back in the day. Literally, bro. Like y'all used to hoop in anything. So shouts out to the old school players, bro. They didn't have no excuses, bro.
Better than that, he has 8.
Dime.
Daly, he'll take it.
Woo!
Under pressure. Daly with 15 points off of the Bulls bench. And again, it's a 5-point game. Milwaukee has been on top since the first quarter. Pressey, ball knocked away. It's a breakout. Woolridge, nobody will stop him here.
Hey.
Easy does it. The big slam. 8 points for Orlando Woolridge. You don't deny that guy in that position. It's a 3-point game. Good
Nice.
defensive job to knock the ball loose there, Red.
Good job that time. Thought Michael might have had a little block there, but he was able to rip it away.
Here's Pressey. Look out. Calqc inside. Goes up.
Oh.
Knocked away by Oldham. And he hit his hand. He hit his hand. He got hurt. And Pressey comes out of there firing a shot and got it down. He might have gotten poked.
He probably hit the rim.
On the bottom of the rim, and then he seemed to look as if he might have gotten poked in the eye. He is holding his wristband up to his eye. Here's Daly shooting again. Hit the front rim. Milwaukee has the rebound. 3 minutes left in the third. Pierce, Cummings. Jordan is on Cummings. Look out if they get it downstairs. Trying to force it in. Moncrief in 3-point range. He fires a bomb. Nope. Greenwood with it. Take the outlet pass and saw Pressey there. That was a good move. Here's Jordan.
Oh,
Driving. Reverse it.
Ah.
No, the ball. Greenwood got it back, and that's ripped out of his hands. Moncrief, and he's tackled by Daly and held at the foul line. Foul goes against Quinton. Number 2 on him. That's the first team foul against the Bulls.
Fouls on Quentin Daly, 44.
All right, here it is. Moncrief going to break away. Daly gets in to step in to take the foul, and he clutches him to keep him from falling.
Timeout. 2:31 remaining in the third.
Calqc holding his head.
Everybody, the Blackhawks, Bulls, and Sting as they swing into the playoffs. The place to live exclusive coverage. Milwaukee, they got Calqc back in with Lister up front along with Pressey. They have 2 bangers and a real good swing man in there. Here is shot from the baseline by Calqc and puts it down. Here's penetrative foot.
It's a good shot.
And Calqc can hit that baseline jumper.
Yes, sir.
That we know.
Stays out of your way, keeps you out there on the side, gets his position where he wants the ball.
Steve Johnson back in for the Bulls. Here's Jordan, heavy traffic, kicks it out. Penetrating is Woolridge, gets in there deep and got the hoop on a nice feed from Jordan. 10 points
Nice.
for Orlando. Lead back down to 5. Minute 49 remaining in the third. And the whistle stops play as Quentin Davis on him. That is number 3, second personal foul on Chicago. First foul of the last 2 minutes. And whistle. You caught it. End of the third quarter, Utah leads Houston by 5, 81-76. A nice little running shot inside by Steve Johnson. Or Daly, Quentin Daly with it. As he puts it in, he now has 17 points. So the Q-man off of the Bulls bench cuts it to 3 again. Pierce with a head fake. Jordan tried for the steal. Kicks it low to Lister. Over the middle. Contact.
They call him foul on
Steve
Mike.
Johnson drew it, trying to hold him off.
Over the limit.
Liston hasn't had the ball too often in the center. That time he got him with the knee.
Oh, Johnson.
Shot come from the free throw line. Now Jordan sits down, takes a break as Wes Matthews replaces him.
You see, hot setup does Milwaukee. Moncrief went to the bench.
Well, that was really what it was all about. As soon as Michael Jordan hit the Pines, Don Nelson jumped up, put his man in, and said, okay, you got 111 to rest.
That is what you call respect right there. Ball knocked out of bounds. Toss it in after the missed free throw.
1 minute.
In the third.
Third quarter.
Is 4 for Milwaukee. Chicago is hung in their tough.
Keep an eye on Q now. He's the man that's got him some points. He can do it. They're going to double team him if they can.
I have a little isolation. Wes Matthews. Daly goes down to the baseline, sets a screen for Greenwood. 7 seconds to shoot. Matthews may have to take it here. Woolridge, 4 to shoot. Daly's open with 2 to shoot. Not this time. And the Bucks all over the boards. Good job as Davis was able to pull it down. Now he gets the return pass in the forecourt. Down to 38 seconds left. Lister trying to move on Steve Johnson. Lister has 8. If they can get it in low to him, he can operate. At least against Steve Johnson he can, because Steve is giving up sides. All right, it is a 6-point lead. There is an 11-second difference between the clocks. 9 on the shot clock. Matthews running one-hander. Steve Johnson got it. Down off the
Man, he need to keep the ball.
So he kicks it out. Now the Bucks, a last chance to shoot here this quarter.
Comes back to the fundamentals of the game, doesn't it, Red?
Yes, sure does.
Oh.
Behind the back. Hodges. A blocking foul as
they believe to pick up a little and get right in front of a guy. Here it is. He whips it out behind. Matthews comes right down the lane. Everybody's trying to block it, and then it's a...
Got to get the whole body in front of him. Hodges to the line. He is there for the first time tonight.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see what happens here, because Hodges shooting 2 free throws. There's 3 seconds ago. Michael Jordan came back in the game. Marble act here with 3 seconds.
He's in. Wes Matthews on the near wing side. They're ready in case the shot is missed. Hodges again. Gets the pressure. Jordan from just inside half court. Third quarter. The 26th. In the third, knocked them dead. The Bucks
All right, for a quarter chat.
By the Bulls. By the way, Michael Jordan was blanked in the third quarter. Red, he didn't score a point.
What? He didn't?
Only got 10 points in the third quarter. Milwaukee missed shot, game loose, and right there, Johnny on the spot with Pierce. A guy who is a bull killer if there ever was one. He and Mokeski on this team give the Bulls fits. And Pierce used to do that before he came here, too. Trying to throw across Sid Green.
And one.
Counts it. Counted, he was fouled. Sidney Green went to the hoop.
Man, Mike probably had like 10 assists right now. Have they been making them shots in the first quarter?
Playoffs, a hanging shot up off the glass and in, and a chance for the 3-point play.
All right, Green. Well, Michael Jordan had 19 first half points, went scoreless in the third quarter. Green knocks it down. He has 3. And here goes Milwaukee back the other way now. It's a 6-point game. 82-76. We have 11 and a half minutes left. Corzine tried for the steal. He got it. Here's Matthews. Driving. Foul. Blocking foul. Called on Milwaukee.
And they said it wasn't going to the hoop, and over on the side, Sidney Green was there. Look at Sidney Green, the right-hand side of your screen. This is a pretty good play. Matthews tries to take it right up into the hoop. Craig Hodges takes the foul. The Bulls come out of it just with a foul. Lister leads the game.
To the hoop. Dave Corzine back in the Bulls lineup. Here up on the baseline, Jordan overshoots. Corzine tried to tap it, and Hodges got the loose ball. Milwaukee has it back by 6. Hodges will shoot. Hit the back rim. Jordan flying out of there. Goes right by Hodges. On the drive, challenges McKeskey. He was fouled. No, knocked out of bounds, they say. As McKeskey was backpedaling.
McKeskey stood on the left side to take the offensive foul. Michael gave a little fake left and blew by him right. And just happened to knock the ball out of Michael's end.
19 seconds to shoot. The Bulls will inbound. Goes to Corzine. Hands it off to Daly. He'll shoot it. Ooh, and he puts it down. Quentin Daly, an uncanny eye for the basket. He has 19 points. And it's a 4-point game again, and the fans sense it. Bulls try to trap at half court. Davis.
Bless me, man.
They're working around. Bucks do move the ball quite well. Hodges. Davis, 10 to shoot. McKeskey. Didn't get it. He hit the side of the board. Matthews brings it up the floor. Trying to advance it himself. Spins. The ball went all the way around and would not go down. Here's Cummings. Tries to make it 6. He does. A 6-point lead is Cummings. Thought about the shot, finally took it. He has 16 on the night. Bulls have done a pretty good job on Cummings, really.
Did a good job on it. Michael Jordan is up front now. Playing up front, he draws. He still draws. What was that, Pierce?
Yeah, that's the way they have it set up. There's Jordan, 4 seconds to shoot. He'll take it. Didn't get it. McKeskey got the rebound. Bulls got nothing out of that.
Michael's 0 for 6 from the field since the halftime. He hasn't scored.
Yeah, he went dry in the third. He's still dry. Here's Cummings. Green on him. Look out now. Cummings has 18. The fans respond. It's an 8-point lead for Milwaukee. Bulls got it back down to 4. And Milwaukee has come back with 2 straight hoops. Corzine trying to post low. They get it into him. McKeskey just banged him with a shoulder. Corzine went up, stripped away by Hodges. Davis driving, lobbed it into the air. Ball knocked away, and the Bulls get it back. Pierce wanted a foul. Here's Jordan.
Good pass.
Corzine down the paint. Spin, passed off to Daly. Player went down. Daly no. Corzine got it. Tried to go up, stripped out again. I've never seen a game with so many strips. I have never seen a game with so many strip balls and nothing called. Absolutely nothing.
You're right, Bill.
They're just going like piranha after that thing. Every time it goes below shoulder level, they're just going after that, and that whistle will not blow. Here's Green with the inbounds pass. Woolridge low. Went off his hands out of bounds. Milwaukee gets it.
We always say, let them play. Boy, there sure are today. Look at this. Hodges on a breakaway.
Jordan tried to deny him. Good not. It's a 10-point Milwaukee lead. And the Bulls will have to rethink things here. They're going to call a timeout.
Yeah, Milwaukee is hooping, man.
Remaining. It is Milwaukee by 10. Well, the Bucks have gotten very intimidating defensively. They've done a great job here, Johnny Kerr, and they have.
I noticed how in the playoffs, the Bucks, they like they have their water and towel boys giving like the Bulls their their towels and water and stuff. But nowadays in NBA, people be having their own water boys and stuff. Times changed.
There's the quarter scoring as you take a look at it.
Milwaukee has had the better of it every quarter. In close games, the Bulls have played well, but right now they're 10 down, and when Milwaukee has a margin of 3 or more points, they win an unusually large percentage of games. Right now they have it at 10. Here's Daly in the forecourt. Bulls on the attack. They need a basket right here. Woolridge looking inside to get it on the low block to Corzine. He'll go for the hook. Hit the front rim. And Milwaukee comes out of there with it. Terry Cummings. Strong on the boards for the Bucks. On the baseline, Montrese to Pressey. Kicks it across. In three-point range is Hodges. Woolridge is on him. Hodges fires. Missed the shot. Corzine got the rebound. Ball came loose. And Connors had him out of the way.
The ball is the deep ball forward. Gerzine leaves. Johan Olderman.
Ball sped low, Cummings. So look at the traffic. Went in there strong. The shot was
Two guys to move, draw the foul. And I would assume very shortly Moncrief will get back into the scoring act. He has been quiet. 2 baskets in the second half after 10-point edge.
largest lead of the game for Milwaukee.
Sydney definitely got quiet.
And Terry Cummings is doing it right tonight. First 2 free throws for Cummings. He has 20. And now the Bulls are 12 down. Jordan across the timeline. Passes to Green on the baseline. Fires and hits. El Cid knocks it down. He has 5 points off of the Bulls bench. 10 points. The lead for Milwaukee. In the front court, Moncrief to Pressey. Back to Sidney. Long one by Pierce. Shot it long. And Juwan Oldham got the ball and tried to outlet it, and Pressey stole it. Driving. Passes off McKeskey. He lost the ball. Boy, McKeskey had a great opportunity there. He got a great feed from Pressey, and the Bulls are fortunate to dodge a bullet right there.
That's one of the few times in the second half, Bill, that they didn't capitalize when they got a break like that.
Yeah, you're right. Orlando Woolridge has come into the Bulls lineup now. Woolridge and Green at the forwards. Here is Daly firing and hitting, and the Bulls have it back down to 8. 21 points for Q. 7:16 left. And now time is becoming a factor in the game. In the forecourt, Pressey, double team. Splits the defenders, passes to Cummings. Moncrief driving on Jordan. Dropped it off. McKeskey for the hoop, and he was fouled. He did it and drew the foul.
You're right. McKeskey makes the drive to the middle. McKeskey gets...
That's an opportunity basket for McKeskey, and he is the guy who makes the most of his opportunities. It's an 11-point Milwaukee lead. Here's Quentin Daly. He'll shoot it. Straight arm jump shot missed. And McKeskey got the rebound, and now the Bulls are getting one shot, and that's it. Pressey to McKeskey. Driving. Off to Cummings. He fires. The Bulls are in trouble.
Yes, they
14
are.
remaining. Cummings has 22. And the Bulls are on the ropes. 95-82 the score. And the Bulls... By exception, it's Toyota $1 million drive here, and they come from all over the country to be here tonight to watch this playoff game, the Bulls and the Bucks. It is a 13-point Milwaukee lead.
It's a little character time now. It's either circle the wagons or roll up your sleeves and get in the ditch.
6.5 minutes. You're right about that. Here's Woolridge spinning. It counts. He was fouled. Woolridge with a big
move by Orlando. Comes to the middle. Cummings looks like he hit him stop. Goes between McKeskey and Cummings. Cummings draws the foul. Big basket by O.
That was nice.
Now 3.
That was nice.
6 minutes, 20 seconds in which to do it. 95-85. Milwaukee on top. The Bucks have played an intense defensive game, and that, of course, is what they're known for. Here's the long one. Hey, he missed one. How about that? And that one rattled around. I thought it was going to go in. McKeskey got the rebound, and Milwaukee has another chance. Halfway through the final quarter in regulation time. Pressey to Cummings. Big rain on him. Cummings, he pulls up and fires. Didn't get it. Sid Green got the rebound, stripped away. And Daly comes to get it. Nearly was submarined by Cummings. Daly driving, got the basket. And the Bulls come roaring back. I was worried when Cummings got in underneath there. He nearly, that's very dangerous because had Daly not tiptoed aside him, he would have taken him down.
Bulls on a mild run here now, Bill.
It's an 8-point Milwaukee lead. Bulls were down 13. Jordan intercepts the pass in the paint. Here come the Bulls at 3-on-2. Jordan all the way. Knocked away out of bounds by Pressey. And Jordan, a little frustrated there, showed his emotion when the ball left his hand. Just a quick fist saying, darn it, I didn't make the right move, or didn't go in, or didn't draw the foul, or something.
All right, Bulls out of bounds under their basket. They can still make hay.
20 seconds, plenty of clock time here. They can still cut it down to 6. If they score, there's time. Woolridge will shoot it. Didn't go. Pressey got the rebound.
Quick outside. You got to work a little bit for the inside. Let the guards take those.
5 minutes left. Cressy. Hands it off to Pierce. Moncrief. That's that motion now. See, when they circle around outside like that, they're getting into that motion offense that they want. Pass and cut. Cressy knocked it down. Cressy with 12. And again, it's a 10-point lead. Bulls could have had it down to 6.
97.
Charles Davis is waiting on the sideline to come in for Milwaukee. Watch from the end zone as Jordan has Moncrief on him. Two of the stellar players in the league. Woolridge spinning off of the glass. No. Sid Green tried to get it. Got the ball. Goes up. He missed it. Tips it. No. Daly got the ball. Tries to throw it off a Milwaukee player out of bounds.
Sidney jumped in that pile to get that rebound. He went up a little bit strong with it, but he's the first guy we've seen get up, had the ball ripped. We see McKeskey and Cummings are out.
So it's a smaller lineup Milwaukee has now with Lister in there. There's Jordan, nearly knocked away. 16 seconds on the shot clock. Jordan,
Ooh.
what a move, right by Presby. Throws it up to the hoop, foul. Really got it. That is 5 on Lister. And the 4th team foul on Milwaukee, while the Bulls have committed 3 here in the 4th quarter. I want to know the outcome so you can watch the game. And I'll give you the score of the game right now. Cleveland won it in overtime over the Sting, 5-4. 21 points for Jordan as he hit both free throws. It's back to an 8-point game. Lister in the forecourt. Under 4 minutes left. That Sting game will be coming up after the conclusion of this game on Sportsnet. It's Sting and Cleveland. Lister for the hook. Lister has 10, and look out now. It's a 10-point lead. We're under 4 minutes left. 3:45 and counting. Greenwood in the forecourt. Hands it off to Daly. Bulls have a lot of work to do. And wait a minute. Offensive foul call on Juwan Oldham. He's fouled out of the game.
That is
3:38. 6. They're very good fans.
They fouled
They
out?
really
Wow.
cheer for their team. They're not mentioning it to
Tough.
me earlier. Red quickly is there is not a lot of fan pressure. These fans are very supportive.
Very supportive. Bill, I'd love to play up here. These
He was
baskets
good
just
for
seem
them.
to be big. Those nets are spread wide apart. You know, they're not real tight little nets.
Indeed, it's a great shooter's building. Very close. Here's Pierce, 3:27 remaining in the game. Bulls need points. Pierce, he traveled with it. The Bulls get a break. About it, and then for the
Bulls, look, he been having a lot of chances to come back.
Court screaming at Pierce.
here are the Bulls now. Jordan. Bulls trail by 10. Jordan kicks it off to Woolridge for the jumper. Didn't go. It took kind of a wicked rebound out of there, and Moncrief chased it down. Even though Greenwood had inside position, the ball bounced by Greenwood. In the forecourt, here's Milwaukee. Charles Davis. Moncrief, he'll fire. Oh, and boy, he got taken off his feet by Greenwood. The two of them got tangled up and both went down. Here's Woolridge on the drive. He's fouled, got hammered hard.
Bill, I think, and
That first one.
shot here.
They wanted taking shit.
A nice hook.
Mandos had kind of an off shooting game. Defended him, I think, very well. It seems to me when he straightens up and he shoots, he's more effective. I noticed his shots, it seemed to me, just looking at it, after he misses that second one, as if he's been sliding from side to side a little bit. He really wasn't squared up very well on some of his shots. Moncrief, a double team. And Lister gets it in the corner. He's coming. They want to take some clock time off, but the Bulls steal the ball. Here's Daly up the floor. Chicago trailing 99-90 to a very, very good and determined Milwaukee Bucks team. 2:24 remaining. Here's Jordan. Lister comes well out. There should be something to work with here. It's Caldwell Jones. He'll take the shot and puts it in. Caldwell Jones. I've seen him score a basket in a long time. Very welcome news to see him knock one down. He had the shot. Lister came way over. Milwaukee in the forecourt. 2 minutes left in the game. Lister on a baseline. Moncrief. Throw it up. Foul call. Got it. That's his.
But I don't know where he was going with the ball.
That's definitely a foul.
The bonus goes into effect with the next one. Moncrief had 23 of those points in the first half. So he had he really carried the Bucks in the first half. with the outstanding performance that he had. He gave them all the offense they could have ever asked for. 28 points now for Moncrief as the Bucks hit the century mark. Minute 50 left. Jordan in the forward court. Ricky Pierce on him. Now Moncrief switches over to take him. Here's Daly to the baseline. Got the shot down. Quentin Daly is 25. Moncrief has tied his playoff career high of 28 points tonight with that last free throw. Cummings, look out, Moncrief. Nice pass off Lister. Hammered by Jordan coming in. Lister wanted to pull the rim right off.
Good passing situation. Moncrief gets it in Lister. Michael comes from out of nowhere and just rips the arms almost out of the socket of Alton Lister. Lister's got to make two. Pressure situation. He's not a great free throw shooter. Pulls down by 6 at 127. Could change the complexion. He's 2 shots, Phil.
It is a 6-point game, and it seems when they've counted, he has hit the foul shots. Yep. He hasn't hit them all. But this is a pressure situation. He sticks this next one. That's really big for Milwaukee. He missed it. Greenwood got the rebound. 7-point game. Minute 25 left. 101 to 94. Jordan in the forward court. Driving. Off to Greenwood. He'll take the open shot and puts it in. David Greenwood.
Pass.
He has 8. Bulls have it down to 5 with a minute 14 left. A breakaway coming. Didn't go to the hoop. And the Bulls will try to get a steal here as Milwaukee's going to take some time off of the clock. Feed low to Lister. Drives in. That's a big basket. That is a big basket by Lister, who has 13 points. David Greenwood got the foul, trying to deny him. That's his second. And the bonus light is on. 1 minute 1 remaining, and boy, was that a big one.
That was the big one of the night right there. They break the press, get it inside. The one place you don't want to have it, you want it to come from the outside.
Missed on the three-point attempt, and the Bulls somehow are still within range at 7 points. A minute left. But the Bulls need big baskets. Jordan driving into the paint. Fakes twice. Fouled on the way up. The clock stops. Pierce will draw it, and the clock is stopped with 52 seconds left.
Lister comes out of the lineup now, and this move was made for free throw protection. Michael can close this to a 5-point game. We need both of them.
Jordan at the line. It's there.
Seems like every time Michael does it
so long that he can deliver them. You saw how he's done at the line. He's only missed one tonight. Got that second one. 23 points for Michael. He was shut out in the third quarter. Coming. Calqc. Oh, boy. He gets ahead of steam and really look out. Jordan buzzing around.
You can't let him kill seconds ago. You hope that Calqc did.
He is an excellent shooter.
Sir.
And especially against the Bulls. And he's done everything the Bucks have needed from him. And down, 11 points for Calqc. And a timeout will be taken by the Bulls. With 43 seconds, 7-point deficit stretch. It's game play. And
the only time the word Bulls have that shot I saw. See if he
out to warm up. That tells you something about these special guys. Daly gets it inbounds to Jones. 40 seconds remaining in the game. Jordan passes off Woolridge, driving inside.
And one.
There's a chance for the three-point play the hard way. Ball was called on Pressey, or Pierce, as Calqc tried to take the charge.
Here's the move, a good move to the hoop. They go. Pierce reached in, and again, see what Calqc does? He stays there, waits for you, draws the contact, goes down, and now you've got to make a decision. Was that a block or was that a charge? But Orlando now comes up.
Didn't get the three-point play. Pressey with a rebound. And now with 30 seconds left, a 5-point difference. Right up the middle. It's pinned against the board. Jones with
Good
a
block.
shot, but Calqc comes out of there with it. And Caldwell Jones goes and fouls him immediately. Jones blocked the shot by Pierce. This guy. He
said before this game started, to hurt you most, and I had Calqc's name underlined there.
You had him.
Boy, did he come to do it.
You were right.
Hey, he got the drip on the red and green armbands.
On that, they've used their, but they can look up at the they just have to wait. Hope because of the green that they have, and nice play atmosphere for basketball here. This is one of the model franchises.
That's right. Game and Hard-nosed.
Lobs it deep. Woolrich is the target. That was off of the glass. Too high for him. Tough play. Moncrief in the forecourt. 18 seconds remaining. Milwaukee that far away from victory number 1 in this playoff. Jordan tried for the steal. Here's McKeskey. And the Bucks are going to log a victory. And the fans cheers. McKeskey dribbles the ball. Coming. They don't even have to shoot it. 5 seconds left. Gets to the starting now to make toward the exit. Moncrief with 28.
Like the college. What a fine job they've done tonight.
Moncrief with a new series high. 2 seconds. Daly with 1 second. And this game is over. And the Milwaukee Bucks have taken game 1 of this series.
All right, man. That was Michael Jordan's first playoff game ever. I'm excited for the 2026 NBA playoffs. We will be reacting to some of those videos as well. I don't know about everyone, but I'll just see what I can check out, man. Um, I am excited to watch all of Michael Jordan playoff games. We got to watch game 2 of this now against the Bucks. So yeah, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up, man. And Jordan balled, man. Um, his team played well late, but they had a bad first quarter, and that's what hurt them here, in my opinion. Um, but yeah, subscribe, man. We on the road to 10K. Hit that thumbs up. Share this to a friend. Anybody that like basketball, they could be young, old, it don't matter. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.